And finally, when a 2-year-old requires brain surgery, it is only natural to want the very best medics in the world. And thankfully for young Boki, Dr. Romain Pizzi answered the call. He is globally renowned and he agreed to undertake today's operation. But he shouldn't hold out for a thank you note from the patient because Boki is a bear. Here's Olivia Guthrie.
Before today, this was a bear with a very sore head. But Boki has just had the first operation of its kind in the UK. The brown bear's undergone brain surgery to relieve what would have been causing him something of a headache.
2-year-old Boki had been experiencing seizures and other health problems. An MRI scan last month found that he had hydrocephalus, a dangerous condition where fluid builds up on the brain. Without urgent treatment, his keepers knew he wouldn't survive this winter.
We were hoping we'd treat that medically. Unfortunately, it is only a surgical procedure that is going to resolve the issues that we've seen.
Boki was prepped for surgery this morning in a makeshift shipping container cum surgical theatre set up next to his enclosure. At £20,000, this operation hasn't come cheap, but it is considerably less expensive than it would have been. The expert wildlife surgeon operating on him is giving his time and his team for free.
We drill this very, very small hole in his skull and we've inserted this very thin tube into that, through the brain, into that space called the ventricle. And we'll put the end of that tube into the belly, and then when he has a flare-up of pressure, that would normally, say, cause a seizure or a migraine or something terrible for him, and that's been getting worse, that excess pressure will open the valve and those few drops of fluid or tiny amount teaspoon of fluid will just drain into the abdomen.
Boki hasn't had an easy life. He was rejected by the other brown bears at the safari park where he was born and had to be hand-reared by keepers instead. When he moved to Wildwood, his new adopted family had to show him how to behave like a brown bear. The veterinary team say it will take up to 24 hours for Boki to fully wake up. His keepers hope, though, after his surgery, he'll be back to his old self in no time. Olivia Guthrie, ITV News, Kent.
Well, good luck to Boki. And
finally, an update on the condition of Boki the bear, whose plight we told you about last night. The European brown bear underwent pioneering brain surgery yesterday at a wildlife park in Kent because of his regular seizures. The team treating him have told us that Boki is awake and doing well, as can be expected. And the vets are happy with his recovery. So do get well soon, Boki.